Hi, Mark here from the Tangent-Bound Podcast Network and host of the flagship show, the Tangent-Bound Podcast. Did you know that we over at Tangent-Bound are always looking for amazing podcasts to promote? And did you also know that we are also proud nerds and geeks of everything from movies, music, gaming, TV shows, and comic books to wrestling, MMA, soccer, and football? Whatever you can nerd or geek out about, we've got it. And if you're interested, we can help you find it. And if you're a show looking for a place to call home, we've got you covered. Side effects may include upset stomach, dizziness, tumors, shakes, and in some rare cases, death from excessive laughter. Though to be fair, it's only sometimes. Other side effects may include diarrhea, gallstones, heart palpitations, and strong desire for cookies on the dark side. Talk to your doctor and visit TangentBoundNetwork.com and see if Tangent-Bound Network is right for you.
Hello, and welcome to the Moving the Needle podcast, where we ask, what moves you? Excellent or bogus? Did anyone do the right thing? Do you mess with the Zohan? With me tonight to discuss Do the Right Thing, Rocky vs. Creed, childhood, guilty pleasures, a test of time, you don't mess with the Zohan, once upon a time in Hollywood. With me tonight is Stephanie.
Hello.
Roy. Hello. And Henno. Yo, we want to thank you for listening on iTunes. We're also available on Spotify, just about everywhere you can find podcasts. We are, so come on now,
Google
let
Play.
us know. Email us at mtnpodcast@gmail.com or on facebook.com/mtnpod. Twitter and tweet us at mtnpod. There's so many ways to find us.
Welcome to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swaps it with Earl so it glistens. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. The boys will let you know when there's a due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language, episode 498.
Goddamn sexy podcast on the network.
Yep.
Hello, Brian.
Hello, Tony.
How's it going, man?
You know, I'm overstuffed with meatloaf, so, you know, pretty
Sounds
sensual.
Like a good problem to have.
Yeah, pretty sensual, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
I wish I was overstuffed with meatloaf. I'm overstuffed with pho, which is still a good problem to have because it's
delicious. Yeah.
So good. You know what I realize is I have a delicious Topo Chico goddamn sparkling water up here. And I don't think I have a goddamn bottle opener. Oh, wait, I got my Leatherman. That's got bottle opener on it.
All
We're
right.
good.
I was going to say, man.
It's like normally because, you know, when we podcast, I'm usually tipping back beers, but I've been really like cutting my beer intake down significantly.
Yeah.
So I don't have a bottle opener up here like I should.
Yeah. You should
What the
definitely get an
hell?
extra one for up there.
There was one up here. That's
Oh,
the thing.
okay.
It's probably the cats are always up here fucking around.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Cats
Probably
tend
on
to
the
steal
floor
things.
behind the whatever. I don't know.
Did you check behind the couch?
Classic. I just want to open my Topo Chico.
Nope.
All right.
Guess
So
you're just
I
gonna.
got a Leatherman.
I was gonna say,
I could bust out the tools.
all right. I was gonna say, if not, just put it on the edge of the desk and just hit it real hard.
If this was my desk, I would, but it's not.
It's fine. Nobody will
I'll be
notice.
like, I don't know what happened. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy, I'm telling you.
Why is there glass everywhere? Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I talked about it here or not. I can't remember, but yeah, when I sabered off the stupid Heineken bottle.
No, you actually didn't talk about it. You posted it on your
Did I not talk
Instagram or
about that?
something. No, I think you were starting to, and I think we derailed ourselves because you
Oh,
were talking
yeah.
about needing some snow beers, and then I went into a thing about somebody talking about, giving them, they wanted water, and someone handed them a Heineken and all that. So.
Well, when I was out shoveling when Snowpocalypse happened, I started a hobo fire because I got a burn barrel from work,
Right, and some hobos, yeah.
And some hobos. Yeah. I mean, they make good kindling. They're usually alcohol soaked.
Yep.
Naturally.
Naturally.
Spindly from the meth.
Those bindles will light right on fire, too.
Oh my god, it's so fast. Those dirty beards full of like street grease and jizz and stuff. Very flammable.
Oh, my. Yeah.
But no, I was out there starting a fire. Now I had our old Christmas tree out there, so I was macheting it apart.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized I brought up my Heinekens. I didn't have a bottle opener outside. I'm like, well, I have a machete. And I've seen it like videos online where people use the bladed or snow shovel and it just pops the thing off.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that'll work. And I shink and just the whole top of the bottle went
Right.
flying across. I had to go find it because I'm like, I don't want a dog stepping on this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so it was like this big chunk of glass with the cap still on it, and then I'm drinking out of this deadly weapon, basically. But whatever, it felt pretty cool.
Right. Yeah, I love some of the sabering videos you see online where, sometimes it's like clean and perfect, and other times they do it and the bottle basically just explodes in their hand.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, this is going to go two ways. It's either going to be awesome or I'm going to be holding glass and beer.
Yeah, yeah.
And it kind of went right in the middle. It
Right,
was like,
yeah.
it was still pretty awesome, but you know, it wasn't the desired effect.
Yeah. Well, you just need some more practice, maybe.
I mean, maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe a tougher bottle than those, cheap ass Heineken bottles. Like these things, this stupid Topo Chico sparkling water.
Yeah.
These bottles are so heavy. I mean, I feel like I could kill people with them.
You probably could.
They're insanely heavy glass bottles.
Yeah.
Everyone like shits on Mexico for being cheap and stuff. All right. These bottles are ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not like they're putting that stuff out in cans.
No, yeah, exactly. Although if they did, I'd be all for it.
Yeah.
It's like my new favorite sparkling water.
Right.
I don't know. Anyway,
How'd you end up on that stuff?
I saw it like a couple months ago. Lee and I went to a Mexican grocery store because we were making taco stuff. I'm like, let's get some real taco stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw it sitting in there. I didn't know what it was.
Oh, okay.
And then I saw on Instagram, Tate posted
Yeah.
a picture of it. And I was like, oh, that's that shit I saw in that store.
Right.
I'm like, oh, it's sparkling water. And then it was at Kroger, and they had it.
Oh, okay.
So
I
I'm
was
like,
wondering
fuck it. I bought a 12-pack just on a whim, and it's good.
I was wondering if you saw Tate's post that had it in it. That's why I was curious, because that's where I first saw the stuff. And then it was funny because I saw that, and then like a couple days later, you were posting about how delicious it is on something, and I'm like, I wonder if that has any correlation.
I mean, the only correlation is because I then knew what it was, because I just saw it as like a glance when I was walking through that little Mexican grocery store, and I was like, I don't know what Topo Chico is. Keep walking.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but it's good. No.
All right.
I don't think it's as like fruity flavors as they're trying to go with some of the sparkling waters now, but
yeah,
I know it's mineral water and that shit's supposedly good for it. I don't know. I enjoy the bubbles.
They just need you in the commercial. Why do I drink Topo Chico? I just like the bubbles.
Yeah, I just like the bubbles.
It's like-
and then just like mariachi music or something. I don't know.
I saw this commercial last night for some random ass cookware, and like
Yeah.
they're showing this person, like clearly this is like a mall setting, and this woman's holding this pan, and she's like, the best part about it is the hammered copper outside. She's like, this is gonna look beautiful hanging in my kitchen, and I'm like, yeah, because that's why you're buying cookware. Like,
Yeah, for aesthetics.
yeah, that's a real good way to get shitty cookware, is what it is. Like,
Yes.
it's like whatever.
I'd love to hang my cookware up. I'll probably rip my ceiling out because half it's cast iron.
Yeah, right. Perfect.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, I was just shaking my head at it because you know how it is. I enjoy the infomercials, but there's always that.
I love an infomercial.
There's always that moment. I saw a thing on Twitter the other day where somebody was talking about how that the Emmy should have a category for stunt performances in infomercials.
Oh my God, yes.
And I was like, oh my God, yes. I would love to watch that reel every year.
I mean, honestly, after we watched that, jack off phone channel thing commercial we watched, whatever that is, what are those called again? Fucking jack off phones, phone jacking, voice jacking.
I just kind of like, I'm just letting you riff here. It's just fun. You mean the
what
1-800,
is it?
the phone sexy?
Yeah,
ones?
phone
Yeah,
sex
okay,
lines.
yeah.
I watched those phone sex lines commercials. I mean,
Yeah.
those, wow, that's like Emmy award winning stuff there,
Yeah,
guys.
it sure isn't.
No, it sure isn't.
Oh, man.
Like, sir, she's a terrible actor.
Perfect.
No one's watching her acting.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Yeah.
good shit though.
Good
it is
shit.
disappointing though because I don't get to see enough infomercials anymore. I feel like because of the internet, it just feels like there's less of them because they can just advertise via Facebook now or whatever. Instead
you're
of
not wrong.
Instead of putting that full half hour or 15-minute long commercial where someone can't figure out how to wind a hose up, without it just springing all over the place and tripping them and killing their dog. And
I think my favorite is like the picture hanging one. They just flat out just put a hammer through the wall.
That and the ones where anytime it's a husband with any sort of kitchen gadget, like a blender or something, to where they're just like, I don't even know how this thing works. It's
Like he's scooping ice cream, it just catches on fire.
yeah, basically. Yeah. It's like, it's the equivalent of like, like a woman like trying to wash do something on a car, and the same idea, It's
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like, I just opened the hood and it just ignited. I don't even know. I'm just a silly
It's
woman.
crazy.
Tee-hee. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know where to put the gasoline. I just sprayed it on the engine.
Yeah. Whereas the guy's like, I didn't know you had to put the lid on the blender. Like,
Oh my goodness, these pans get hot.
yeah.
I burned my hand.
Yep. Is this you? And it just shows some idiot, some guy just reaching into the oven to get out a tray of cookies,
Yes.
No pot holders or of gloves or anything. Just
Oh God, no.
just straight hands on
Yes.
hot cookie
Just
sheet.
straight fingerprints getting removed.
Don't
You
let
like
this
melted
happen.
Skin.
Do you have a stupid husband that can't get cookies out right? Oh man.
Did you marry a silly?
Yeah. A big red
Oh.
X on the screen, like, don't do this or don't let this happen to you. It's like, it wouldn't, because my brain functions.
Yes. I mean, as a guy, I always take offense that in most of those, and even in a lot of sitcoms and shit,
Oh yeah.
the husband's just like an idiot.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me
Well, I
wrong.
didn't know I was supposed to take the soup out of the can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Honey, what are
maybe
you
just a
doing?
little, like, shoulder shrug.
Right. Honey, what are you doing? I'm making dinner for me and the kids, and it's just cans of soup on the grill,
Just sitting in bowls.
No, I just mean. Oh, I see. Yeah, I was just meaning the can just directly on the grill. But yeah. God, what comer? I can't remember what show it was. There's one where it's something like that, but it's like beans. and they wait until the beans basically explode, and then that's how they know they're ready, basically.
I mean, that sounds like a Malcolm in the Middle gimmick.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was
I
a
don't know.
show or if it was a an animated gimmick or something. But anyway, yeah.
Anywho.
Like I joked about the blender one though, but it's like I've seen Chopped enough times where they've not put the lid on or not put a towel over the top. And it has an opening in it, and they don't put the towel over the top, and shit just goes everywhere, and it's hot usually or whatever.
I mean, I assume that's because the pressure of Chopped.
I hope.
Yeah.
I hope that's the case. I would hope that given a normal situation, they would remember to put a tea towel over the top of it so it doesn't explode everywhere and maybe, singe people. But you never know.
Right in everybody's eyes, they automatically win.
Yeah.
Everyone's melting like it's a Mortal Kombat fatality.
Right. The person who did it's like, dirtiest player in the game. Woo! If you can't see, you can't cook.
You motherfucker.
Just start strutting around the kitchen. Time expires. They don't get their food done. Everyone else moves on. They don't.
Yes.
Shit.
God damn it. Man, I love it.
That'd be a fun way of, like Cutthroat Kitchen's one thing, but to just directly let people openly cheat would be a whole nother game.
I mean, it would be pretty amazing though, wouldn't it?
Right?
Let's be honest.
Yep. Just anything.
Like full contact Chopped.
Right. Like, hey, I'm right behind you. Spang! Cookie sheet off the head.
Yes.
You just walk over, turn the heat off on someone's stove, Pull shit up out of the fryer,
Oh, yes.
All that kind of stuff.
Like, whoops, dumping hot sauce and shit into things.
Right. Just walking by, dumping the whole thing of pepper on whatever their meat is,
Yeah, whoops-a-daisy.
Oopsies. Or like
doing the classic diner unscrew the top of the salt shaker.
Yes, that would be great.
What'd you do?
It's ruined.
Oh man.
Yeah. Would be kind of
I
fun
like
to
this
see.
idea of full contact cooking shows.
It'd be fun to see how the stress of that would make people behave.
Yeah.
Because you imagine how paranoid you would be. Because, like, if the oven's behind you, you almost got to keep turning to make sure the heat's still on. That they didn't move it off the one that you have the heat on for. To move it to the back burner or something like that.
Like, I'm pretty sure most of the people on that show would have to wear like chef's aprons that were also like stab proof.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Kevlar.
People can get fucking shanked.
I mean, I guess maybe you have some ground rules, like no shanking kind of a thing.
Yeah,
but
yeah. The only knife fights are organized.
Right.
Yeah.
Like in the event of a tie, you tie.
You both have to hold a baguette and then you knife fight.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that works. I was gonna say you just tie your wrist to one another, kind of like a strap match in WWE.
Yeah, but we gotta do it with like food.
Yeah. All right, fine.
Yeah.
Fruit by the foot.
Yes, fruit by the
Except
foot.
that would rip way too easy. Yeah.
It would. Plus, everyone would be munching on their wrists and stuff.
Yeah, true.
Because I mean, it's delicious.
Yeah. I was
you
watching
remember when they put fruit by the foot and they had little shapes like freaking die cut into them for some reason?
Yeah.
You're just slowing down the process.
I know, right? It's like
I don't want to see Super Mario. I want to eat.
Look, if it wasn't for the paper tape thing, I would have just eaten it whole. I wouldn't have even bothered to unroll it. But because they put that stuff
by the
behind
nug.
it, yeah. But I had to unroll it just to get peel it off of that paper stuff. Otherwise, I'd have just put it in my mouth. Like I had a big thing of chew in there or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the worst. It would always rip and stuff. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
If you're gonna put something fun on the paper that I can like enjoy my life as I'm getting diabetes.
Right. Yeah. This way to diabetes arrows and
yeah, exactly. I'm staining my stupid young teeth red and like chuckling to myself. Ooh.
Yep.
I would read about 3 more of these.
Yeah, right. Could you get the box of them at home?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
like I'm gonna have one.
Right. You mean fruit by the feet?
Yeah, exactly. Fruit by the yard, motherfucker.
Yep. Oh shit. You know, we were watching. There's a show called Modern Marvels.
Oh
that was
yeah,
on-
I'm familiar.
And the one that was on last night was on like basically like, you know, big food type challenges. Like they had one that was like, God, I forgot, it was like a 7-pound hot dog or something like that. It's this just gigantic. It basically looks like a bologna is what it looks like. Like a,
That's vile.
right? Yeah. Oh, it was disgusting. And the guy who made it was like, you know, the way we recommend it is, you know, slice it and then just put it right onto like a hamburger bun. And I'm like, so it's like fried bologna, basically. You know, like
Yeah.
it's going to be somewhere in that range. Because I'm like, the whole time, I'm like, you can call this a hot dog all you want, but it's not being eaten like a hot dog. So it really kind of comes across more as bologna because, you know, if you run it through a slicer, you probably would have sheets of.
I mean, bologna's basically just hot dog.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I was like,
Yeah.
you can call it what you want there, but it was pretty much just a full-on bologna.
Except that one challenger, he's trying to back up on it.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, easy, buddy.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. There was no food challenge with it. It was just they just sell this gigantic hot dog, I guess. But one of the ones they showed was, you know, one of those places. It's actually in Michigan. I can't remember where it's at. It's not, I don't think it's that far from us. But they have a thing you have to call, I think, like 2 or 3 days in advance. But it's like a 255-pound burger.
Jesus Christ.
And they showed them, like, this place had to have a custom mold made. You know, like those cake pans that basically how the ring on the outside, you know, can kind of come off so that.
Oh, a motherfucking spring form.
Yes. So basically they had one of those for this burger. And it's got holes drilled in the bottom so that it, you know, drains, you know, as it cooks down.
Yeah.
And they use like a 90-10 blend so it doesn't shrink as much. But so it takes like 13 hours to cook this thing. Then they have to put it in the refrigerator for like 8 hours to bring the temperature down to where you can actually consume it. And they had this like team of high school football players there, and I'm watching as they're cutting this thing apart. You know, and there's like 5 pounds of like bacon on there, and like 7 or so pounds of onions and tomatoes and cheese and all that shit. You know, and plus gigantic buns. But when they're portioning this out, it looked like they were basically just handing out meatloaf.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, here's meatloaf with a bunch of hamburger fixins. That's
I
basically
tried
what
to
it was.
do that, remember?
Yeah.
But on a much smaller scale.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was like the whole time they're mixing this and putting it together and stuff, and I'm just like, that looks so disgusting. And the kids are like, this is so good. And I'm like, there's no way it's that good.
Meanwhile, there's a
just can't
tribe
buy
in
it.
like Africa, like, oh,
Yeah.
we could go for that.
Right? Yeah, that's always my thing with those things, you know. And
Yeah.
of course, they showed the one, what was it called, the Big Texan, in Texas, where it's like a 72-ounce steak.
Oh,
and,
right.
you
Isn't
know-
that from Great Outdoors?
Yeah.
Gotta eat the gristle.
Right. Well, that's the thing. You know, you get a 72-ounce steak, you get a salad, baked potato, rolls. I don't remember if there's anything else. I feel like there might be a dessert involved. You have
Yeah,
to
I
eat
think there's
all
some
of it.
sort of dessert too, like a cobbler or
Yeah, or bread pudding
know.
or something like that.
some sort of stupid Texas dessert.
Yeah. Right.
Like a cup of sand.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever they have in Texas.
Ugh.
Rattlesnake dick. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh man. But yeah, but it was funny because they showed him serving it, and this guy starts cutting into it, and it's pretty rare, and I'm like, God, can you imagine if somebody was like, can you cook this well done for me? Can you imagine trying to chew through a well done steak?
Oh my god. It'd be like eating this desk in front of me.
Yeah, basically. I was like, rare eating a 72-ounce steak. There's no way it's hot by the time you get halfway through it even,
Yeah.
It's going to be cold and just chewy. I was like, ugh, no thanks.
What part did it get a 72?
I don't remember. The guy said,
Okay.
and I don't remember what it was.
I'm looking it up now.
Like, I mean, I'm not going to lie. When they throw it on the plate, you're like, hell yeah. And then when you really start thinking about that, most steaks at restaurants are what? 12 to 14, maybe 16 ounces for an average
Yeah.
steak. And you're like, Jesus Christ, this is like 4 or 5 of those.
Okay, yep, you're right. It was Big Texan. That's okay. Home of the 72-ounce steak.
Yeah.
I like how I load up their webpage and the first thing that loads is just howdy.
Yeah. Well,
God damn you, Texas.
well, they're known for their sign because it's got a big cowboy on it.
Fucking howdy.
Yeah.
Howdy you. Oh, they have a brewery there too? Shoot.
That I didn't know about. I wonder if they have a giant beer called the Big Texan.
They probably should.
Because that was one of the things they showed in there too. Was like Stone has was it the Arrogant Bastard Ale? They had like 3-liter bottle of it. And they were showing how they have to like hand fill each one because they can't do it with normal bottling processes.
So here's what it is: the 72-ounce steak challenge rules.
Okay.
And I'll include this with the notes I send you, Brian.
Okay.
It's a 72-ounce steak, of course. Well, no, they close out. It's a shrimp cocktail, baked potato, salad, roll, butter, and of course, 72-ounce steak.
Okay, I didn't catch the shrimp cocktail part. Okay, I assumed a dessert. That's really weird that they have a shrimp cocktail.
And then it says the entire meal must be completed in 1 hour.
Yeah.
If any meal is not consumed, swallowed, you lose.
Right.
Before the time starts, you'll be allowed to cut into the steak and take one bite. If the steak tastes good and is cooked to your satisfaction, we'll start the time upon your accepted approval. The time will not stop, and the contest is on. Make sure you say yes. Once you have started, you are not allowed to stand up, leave your table, or have anyone else touch the meal.
Why, you can't stand up? You think you could
Yeah,
stand up? I mean,
You'll be disqualified if anyone assists you in cutting, preparing, or eating of your meal. This is your contest.
Damn it!
You
I wanted
don't
to have
eat
someone
the
else.
fat, but we will judge this.
That's funny. See, that would be part of my problem too. I can't eat the fat.
Right. Should you become ill, the contest is over. You lose. Please use the container provided as necessary.
Oh yeah, they actually showed them handing him a plastic
Puke
trash
bucket,
yeah,
right?
trash can with a bag in it. Yeah.
You're required to pay the full amount up front. If we win, we will refund. If you win, we will refund you 100%. You must sit at a table that we assign. If you do not win the steak challenge, you are welcome to take the leftovers with you. No consumption or sharing of the leftovers is allowed in the restaurant once the contest is over. If you fail to complete the challenge, you must pay for the full $72. Whatever.
Okay.
Wow. There you go.
I was wondering how much it cost. They didn't say, so I was curious. But yeah,
there's a lot of people looking at their board that have done it.
Yeah. I think they showed when they showed the board, like the oldest person's like this. They showed like a 63-year-old woman did it, and I was like, God, I'd love to watch that.
Yeah, right.
I just want to see this old lady house all this.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah, but then another one they had on there was like a 54-inch pizza. It's like 54 inches by 54 inches. To where like their oven is only 36 inches, so they actually had an extension made. So they put the pizza in there, cook it for so long, and then they have to take it out and flip it because the extension isn't actually the oven. You know, it just holds it so it doesn't just drop off or whatever.
You don't have floor pizza.
And holy shit, yeah, they said that pizza is like $199 or something like that. So
that's the one thing that I always thought was weird about our lovely country. You know, is the old food challenges. And I think we've talked about this before, but it's like, I just don't get it.
Well, it was weird. Like, this show wasn't really the Big Texan one. Obviously, was a challenge, and the big burger one. That one wasn't a challenge, but they have a smaller one that is a challenge.
Well, I think it's more like just the like all right, we're gonna break the world record and make the largest fucking pancake.
Yep.
It's like, why?
Yeah. Yeah. I know
there
was a lot of, and that was basically more of what the show actually was about. Was actually they did kind of touch on the fact that this is such an American thing.
Yeah,
you know that this, and of course they talked about competitive eating challenges too. You know, like Joey Chestnut, eating 50 some hot dogs in 10 minutes. And whatever. And so yeah, it was an interesting watch though. But it was really weird how I forgot how all over the place the show is with its topics, because there's another episode on right after, and it was all about like steam power.
I mean, that's pretty dope.
And it was cool, but I was still like, I was like, man, this is nothing like the last one. There was a lot of Jay Leno on there showing off some of his steam cars and
chin covers.
Yeah, and chin covers. Yeah. But it was cool because seeing how the elegance of steam, powered stuff was pretty cool, but then you also go, it's so like, like the combustible engine was just so much better.
Yeah.
But for the time, like Jay Leno was saying, he's like, at the time, he's like, this was like space technology kind of stuff to, the world. Because he showed this one thing he had that would actually power like a saw or something like that. And he was like, this by itself will basically eliminate 100 jobs, because, it's way more efficient than whatever. And then he was also like, but there was also no OSHA and stuff like that back then. So he's like, there was a lot of probably limbs lost and people hitting their heads and getting injured.
But fuck them. They're only 13 years old. It's okay.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
But it was kind of weird.
Food challenge, by the way, Brian. Can you consume Jay Leno's chin in an hour?
I don't think anyone can. That's a lot of chin.
All right. It's a lot of chin.
Yeah. He talked about, they showed him starting up 2 different steam powered cars. And one,
right.
Holy shit, it took forever to get it going because, you got to do a lot of things. You have to light the thing. You have to eventually put water in it. You have to, and he was talking about the one part where he held up the little, one of those little lighters to light like the pilot light kind of thing. And when he did, it kind of was like, whoo, some flame kind of shot out. And he goes, yeah, he's like, this is fun because you can get scorched while you're trying to do this.
Oh, how exciting.
Yeah. But the second one he did was a higher end steam car, and it took like no time for it to get going. And,
right.
He was like, because it's just it's got a better system for it. So it was kind of cool to see the cheaper version versus the more expensive version. And now the cheaper version, he was like, this is not the car you would want if your wife is like, we need to go to the hospital, with the baby. He's like, he'd be like, just give me 10 minutes or so, honey. I'm still fiddling,
Yeah, I just torched off my left eyebrow. Yeah. You dumb bitch. Keep that baby in you.
You picture you show up to the hospital, there's no hair on your one arm or half your face.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, sir, what happened to your beard? I didn't have time to shave the other half off. Yeah. Anyway, that was kind of a fun watch, though.
Yeah, I like Modern Marvels.
Yeah. I haven't watched it in a long time.
Cool. I mean, the last time I really saw that stuff was when I went to the Henry Ford Museum. They have a whole, section on like different steam shit.
Right. It's just a steam room.
It's pretty cool to see.
It's just a steam room. You just go in there and pour water
that
over rocks.
Sounds amazing, actually. No, it's like they have all the, like these massive, beautiful, like Gothic-looking steam engines in there.
Right.
And it's like, I don't know. It's just cool to see some of that stuff sometimes.
So I said it was really interesting. Jay Leno described it, kind of having an elegance to it, and he's right. Like when you're watching it and stuff, or like the higher end car made almost no noise, and instead of expelling the steam out the back like through an exhaust pipe kind of a thing, it had a modulator that basically took the water back out of that and then reused the water. So instead of the cheaper one got about 1 mile or what did he say? 1 mile per gallon of water or something like that. And I guess the other one, the higher end one, got like 5 miles, which is a big difference,
That is a big difference.
So,
500% improvement right there.
Right? Yeah. And, so. And the one, I forgot which of the two he was in, but I think it was the first one. He got up to like 70 miles an hour in the thing. So, I mean, he was cooking in that thing. Yeah, which is funny because there was like no top on it, no seat belts, no anything. You get in an accident,
it's just a rolling pressurized deft machine.
Yeah, you get into an accident, you're going over the front end of that thing. Unless you get sideswiped or something, but
Yeah, either way, you're dying.
Yeah, but it was like I said, it was fun to watch, especially when I was like, man, he's moving pretty good, and I'm thinking probably going 40, because the age of it and everything, and they were like, oh, he's at 70 miles an hour. I'm like, holy shit. Like, is that safe?
Imagine if you'd have that giant chin with all that drag.
Yeah, and get hitting 70.
Yeah, right.
It's like I said, there was no top on it. That wind was like pretty much hitting him directly in the chin.
Yeah.
So
it probably looked like an Easter Island statue driving a car.
That'd have been awesome.
Right?
I'd like to see that.
Hell yeah, right? Hell yeah, brother.
Give me a hell yeah. Yep.
Huh.
So anyways, how's your week been?
Oh man, tired.
Yeah.
I got the old text right as I was ready to leave work from my mom, Right? She's like, hey, they have like upstairs bedroom. It's got a little deck,
Yeah.
goes out over it. And she's like, hey, is there any chance you or Logan can go shovel that? Because if it starts to melt, it just leaks into our walls.
That seems good.
So I text Logan. I'm like, hey, buddy. So I'm thinking, I got to pick up the dog. Oh God, it's Topo Chico coming back.
Yeah.
Got to pick up the dog. I got to fucking eat dinner. My mom doesn't exactly live very close.
Yeah.
Not
true.
like when I lived in Michigan. So
Right.
it's like, and he wasn't feeling too good. He had to make dinner and stuff. I'm like, all right, well, whatever. I'll just do it after,
Yeah.
text you. I'm like, hey, buddy, I'm going to be starting later. I would have loved to have shoveled that when it was fresh powder.
Yeah.
Because now that it like was melty and it rained overnight,
Right.
that shit was so heavy.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Oh God, that sucked.
And it's
I'm
not
so
like you can
beat
take
now.
a snowblower up there.
No, exactly. So I was just up there slinging snow. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm sure because it's they live in the country. They do have neighbors, but
Yeah.
it's so peaceful. I'm sure all neighbors are just thump, because I'm zinging the snow off the balcony.
Yeah. Right.
Oh my God, what a
That's-
nightmare.
Yeah. That
The
doesn't
things you
sound
do
fun.
for your parental units,
Right.
I'm
Yep.
so sick of the snow, man.
Yeah.
Although I did get to do some sledding over the weekend,
Yeah.
but we haven't had a decent winter in a couple of years. for
No, we
snow.
really haven't. No.
Yeah, it's just been cold and bleak.
Yep.
And the kids, all four of us, we did some sledding. That was fun. Beat myself up flying down some ice hills.
Yeah. Yeah. As you do. Yeah.
As you do. Got snow up my pant legs and shit.
Hot. Hot. Yeah.
That was good times.
hmm
But I think by far the highlight of my weekend is I have a great movie that I watched.
Okay.
If you have Amazon Prime, everybody, I highly recommend you go and watch Llamageddon. I mean, it was filmed. Oh, Jesus.
To be sour and funky like a monkey. Sky's the limit and space is the plate.
I mean, Macho's right.
All right.
Yeah, it's got to be a college movie because it was filmed like down by Cincinnati area because the people had Ohio license plates. So then I'm immediately like, well, now I got to figure out where this is filmed.
Right.
And it's somewhere by Cincinnati. It's only like an hour and 10 minutes long. And just the synopsis is a spaceship crash lands in a farm field.
Mhm.
It's got a llama in it. And the llama just starts murdering everybody.
Our greatest fears. Yeah.
I mean, one of my favorite quotes from the movie is this stoner dude goes outside, and the llama's got like glowing red eyes.
Sure.
And he goes outside, he sees the llama, and I think it spits on him or something. He comes back in, he slams the door, and he's like, "There's something wrong with that fucking llama." It's got some of the worst acting I've ever seen.
Perfect.
It's just one of those movies that it's hilarious because it's so bad,
Yeah.
but they know it's bad.
Right.
Like there's this one dude that every scene he's in, he's wearing a different shirt. And it's like, it's so not even trying to be the same. Like,
Right.
like one scene it's a tank top. Next it's a Ninja Turtle shirt. Next it's like a long sleeve Star Trek shirt.
Wow. Yeah. So not trying to keep continuity.
Oh, not at all. It's hilarious. It's definitely worth the hour and 10 minutes or whatever.
All right.
Oh, it's so bad. It's good. It reminds us of stuff we would have watched when we were, hanging out in the old fucking basement, pounding beers.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I like it.
Llamageddon, man.
It's got a great
We're so
name, too.
lucky we didn't have streaming movies back then.
Oh, especially
We would have
those.
got nothing accomplished.
Oh my God, it was bad enough that, we'd come home from the video store when there with like a stack of just god awful
Just
movies.
trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Llamageddon. By all means,
All right.
watch it, love it, live it.
All right.
Yeah. Oh God, it's terrible. Ah,
As it should be.
as it should be. But yeah, it's been a fairly uneventful weekend. Leah was here. We hung out. Like I said, we did some sledding, ate some popcorn. That was dope.
Yeah.
Played some more D&D. That was cool. Oh, I downloaded the first episode of Vader Immortal on the Oculus.
Oh, yeah?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I've heard it's pretty
Yeah,
fun. Yeah.
I mean, actually having a lightsaber and not a beat saber is pretty dope.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really gives me, I really wish they'd make a really good, Jedi game for that, but I'm sure in time.
Yeah, probably. Especially given how well that one seems to have been received by people.
Yeah, I wish when I first got it, they had all 3 episodes on sale for a pretty good price, but I didn't buy it
Mm-hmm.
because I just didn't know what I was doing. It's 3 episodes, each one's like $9.99.
Right.
Which isn't terrible spread out,
No.
but I think I could have got all 3 for about $20. So
Yeah.
what?
Right.
I haven't beat episode 1 yet. I've only played about halfway through it probably, so
Right.
it's pretty cool though, man. Yeah, like I said, using a lightsaber and actually using a lightsaber.
Yeah, right. Instead of a Beat Saber pretending it's a lightsaber.
Yeah, as soon as because Leah was playing Skyrim, or maybe she was playing Stardew Valley. She's gotten deep into Stardew Valley again because the update came out for the consoles.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I mean, I downloaded it, but I haven't played it since.
And as soon as I ignited it, she's like, "Do you have a lightsaber?" I'm like, yeah, I'm playing a Star Wars game. She's like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Oh, god damn.
Yeah, I haven't really done much this week either. I, shoveled a little bit more and went to the store the other day, which was, as always a nightmare.
I hate going to the store. Maybe we're just getting old.
There's these 2 guys that I think some fisticuffs were about to break out.
Good. Did you start throwing money down, start yelling World Star?
No, I wasn't anywhere near it, and I just heard 2 guys yelling, and at one point I heard one, "Well, fucking do something then," and I was like, "Oh, jeez."
My God, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
it was like 2 guys over there puffing their chest, acting like they're big shit, and a woman walks around the corner, and she's like, "Do you know what's going on over there?" I'm like, "Nothing I want any part of," and just walks away.
Dumb shit.
Yeah. Sounds like a lot of testosterone. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like 2 fucking deer facing off and clanking antlers and shit.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to just stay away from that. None of my business.
I do not blame you at all.
Yeah. And I went over with my nephew to Costco yesterday, which really wasn't that bad. It was way worse the last time I went with him. This time it wasn't too bad. It was pretty close to just normal. So it was busy, but it wasn't like people weren't acting like complete savages the whole time.
I mean, that's good.
And got some, got a slice of pizza on the way out.
Because I was in that area the day we went sledding to get some hot beverages from Starbucks afterwards.
Yeah.
And that whole section of Toledo, I basically wanted to firebomb.
Yeah.
The traffic was insane. Everything was insane.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, it was busy for sure, but it wasn't because it was a Sunday,
Right.
But it wasn't I've been over there before, and it's it's fairly standard, traffic in there and everything. It wasn't bad inside.
Right.
So, that was nice at least. Crazy people out there.
Yeah, I got to re-up my Costco card too.
Yeah.
Sad face.
Yeah.
I do like the fact when I'm like, I got to give me some of that Costco gasoline, and I get it. And it's like, hey, motherfucker, this card's expired, but we're going to give you this one fill up.
Oh, wow.
Like, oh, all right.
Nice.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Yeah. We'll allow it this
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
This
Boy, I'll
time.
tell you, though, it was funny. We went through the self-checkout there. And it's funny that they call it a self-checkout when there's literally a person standing at it. And, and they're like, "Oh, do you want to, go through this?" And we're like, "Yeah." And then she's like, "Okay, well, you this." My nephew's like, "Yeah, I've done it before." And she's like, "Oh, well, this. And he's like, "Yeah, I've done this before."
Like, listen up, stupid.
She did this to everybody. And it was
probably just what she has to do.
right. But at the same time, it was like, this is really annoying because you're slowing it down.
Yeah.
Like, he knows what he's doing. Just stand there. If he has a question, then help, but
Right.
whatever. Like you said, I know she's just doing her job. But partway through, another woman walks over. Are you having any issues or whatever? And it was like, okay, I get it. This is clearly fairly new to them. So they're making sure everyone has a positive experience with it. But also, this is super annoying. It's like when you walk into a department store, and as soon as you walk in, someone's like right up on your ass, and they're like, do you need any help finding? You're like, no, I'm just looking. 2 seconds later, do you need it? It's like, no, go away. Like,
Yeah, please leave.
like if I need help, I'll find you. But but from working that, you also understand that it's, it's loss prevention.
That's just their job.
Well, and it's loss prevention too, because,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Numbers say if people are recognized, they're less likely to steal. So they want you to recognize them and understand that there's a person like Best Buy used to have, I forgot what the rule was. It was like 10 feet or something like that. They basically didn't want you to move 10 feet without being within the vicinity of an employee. And the point of that was to cut down on theft. Because if you feel like there's employees kind of everywhere, you're less likely to try to steal, type of thing.
Well, I can tell you the last time I went to Best Buy, I was looking for a TV stand, and no one came near me, and I wanted to execute everybody because I couldn't find what I was looking for.
That's because you're finding stores not staffing like they used to.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
I was like, I see all these wall-mounted things. I'm looking for something not wall-mounted.
Yeah.
And I walked around, and everyone's like, oh, let me help this guy with his fucking TV. Let me help this guy.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. I look like a goddamn animal just wandered in off the street. But still, I have money.
Yeah. They called the, animal, what is it? I forgot what it's called. Like the wildlife people that you call if you have, like, issues with an animal in your yard or something like that.
Pest control, basically.
Yeah, something like that. They just...
the goddamn working man shows up and just sprays me down.
Yeah. They're like, somehow a raccoon got in the store again. You're hissing at people digging through things, Like, I'm a man. I'm a human man.
God damn it.
Sure, buddy. Sure.
Yeah. All right there, bud.
They put you in a cage. Drag you out. So, yeah, that was... But yeah, like I said, that was kind of annoying, but whatever. Yeah, it's like you said, it's you really do. You go, no, they're just doing their jobs. But it was also like when someone tells you they got it, it's like maybe back off.
Right.
Because if you were to immediately go, would you take a survey on blah blah blah? I would go, yeah, tell your employees to back off a little bit.
Exactly.
Like I wouldn't go. Those employees were
off.
Incredibly helpful. I would go. Can you tell the employees to back off? Like, it's too much. So, anyway. But yeah, that's basically all I've done. I haven't really gone anywhere and haven't really played any games or watched much other than, WandaVision. So
I'm still behind.
Dadgummit.
Sad.
Be real careful, because I had this episode spoiled for me.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to get some spoilers tomorrow because I'm guesting on Hobie.
Yeah.
And I got the show notes, and one of the things they're talking about is WandaVision. During that whole segment, you're just going to hear me going, la, la, la.
You know what you should tell them to do is talk about WandaVision and then bring you in.
Yeah, maybe, huh?
That way, you can not have it spoiled.
Yeah.
Well,
whatever. I'll just take the hit and see what's up.
No, you shouldn't.
No? Really?
Mm-mm. No, just tell them you don't want to hear it. Either that or, you could just, mute things until they're done.
I mean, I guess in theory I could plow through the last couple episodes I need to.
Yeah.
Tomorrow when I get home from work.
Yeah, maybe.
Because they don't start till like 8, and I should have time. I might just do that.
Yeah. Because what are you behind? 2, 3?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Okay. There's
2, because there's only 6, right?
No, I think 7 just came out.
Oh, no.
I think this week was 7, which means next week is... Well, wait, is there 8 or 9? I forgot.
I don't know anymore.
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't know anymore.
It's getting pretty close to the end of the season, obviously, but I don't remember. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. Good stuff,
yeah, I have no idea. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just try to plow through or at least catch up as much as I can.
Right.
Just feel like, sorry, Michelle, I gotta do it.
Yep.
for the boy. God damn, I'm tired. I gotta do it for the boys at Hobie.
Right.
Dude, I fired up my Xbox 360 today
Why?
because it's right here,
Okay.
and I've been really wanting to play Halo.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know, so I was like, oh, I found an extra HDMI cable downstairs. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna hook it up to this TV up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, not thinking all the batteries for my controllers are dead, so I got some charging right now.
Yeah. That's the problem I always run into. I'm like, I have a charging cable, that I plug into the system,
Yeah,
but the problem is the controller doesn't seem to work real well with that plugged in until it hits, like it's got to get a certain charge to it first. So
I do not have a charging cable,
sweet.
which is a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I have one because it came with I have that one silver controller that was their like next level controller, not like the elite or whatever ones. It was like $50 or $60 or whatever. It wasn't like $150 or something, but it came with a
right.
charging cable and a rechargeable like pack. So I have that. But my other controllers I'd have to buy batteries for or hook up, with that pack basically.
Right.
Which I need to do because I think I'm going to sell mine because I'm just going to throw it on eBay with the buttload of game. I have, 20 or 30 games to throw with it. So, it's quite a robust assortment.
Robust, you say?
Yeah. So, because I'm thinking like if,
Robusto.
take that and then maybe put that toward getting a Switch at some point. So. Because
fair enough.
the last time I even played the 360, I threw in Fable 3 just to see how horrible everything was since it had been so long since I played. And that was it. I played for a few minutes and was like, I've already beat all the stuff. I beat the game. There's nothing literally to really do,
Right.
Because I have so much money, I don't need to worry about the properties or whether or not people like me because they can't touch me because I'm too powerful, like.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you play Saints Row too long and you're all powerful and it's kind of like almost loses its fun.
Right. That's kind of where I got. I was like, well, I've beat everything. I've got all the things. I'm the king,
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I'm done with it.
Did you watch the Mortal Kombat trailer?
No, I didn't. I meant to, and I completely forgot.
I should have sent it to you. Yeah, I should have pulled to you and sent you the thing.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, I saw some of the like images and stuff.
I mean,
that they released, which were pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I like Mortal Kombat. It's always been had a soft spot in my heart.
Yeah.
But the movies are always kind of meh.
Right.
Except for the soundtrack, dope as shit.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat. Yeah. But the trailer looks pretty cool. But I mean, they could be showing just the cool stuff.
Right. That's literally it. It's just the only cool stuff's in the trailer.
Some trailers do that. Some movies do that.
You're not kidding. Yeah.
I mean, I would recommend watching the trailer because it's especially the Red Band trailer.
Well,
so you
sure.
see some of the violence.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty excited about a rated R Mortal Kombat movie.
Which is how it should be anyway, because that game that was one of the first games from our youth that really pushed the limits of,
embrace
gore.
the violence.
Yeah. With all the various fatalities and stuff. So, yeah. It's only appropriate that it's rated R.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember Soul Calibur?
Yep.
That game's hard as fuck.
Yep.
Logan brought his Xbox over. He's like, Dad, I got this fighting game I want to play with you. I'm like, what are we talking about? So Soul Calibur. I'm like, I played that game before.
Right.
Shoot, man, that thing's so complicated now.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. You open up like the move list, it's like it's ridiculous.
Right.
It looks like you remember that like 1 year or whatever of John Madden football when the playbook was just extremely complicated and stupid.
Yeah.
And they're like, I am not a coach.
Right. Yeah.
It's the same idea, but it's like I am not actually fighting this person. I just want to hit buttons and do cool moves.
Right. I want to button mash essentially, and like clearly I'll learn some combos over time, but yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't mind it. Kind of like the wrestling games. I never minded it if it was one of those to where it's got a real deep move set, but you could still function through the game without learning it. You know, to where it's like it's easy to play but hard to master. Cool. Totally down on that. You know,
you could definitely button mash and do stuff, but it's like it's not obviously as exciting.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Kind of like, with Mortal Kombat, I mean, unless like Scorpion Spear or what was the other one that people used to use a lot?
The teleport punch.
Yes, the teleport punch. Yeah, there you go. You know, it's like unless you knew those, it was like, yeah, whatever. You can button mash all you want, but since I have a spear, you're not going to get close enough to me to hit me. So, yeah.
But yeah, it's like, so we're playing some Soul Calibur, and I'm like, you know what? I'm like, let's fire up the old PlayStation. I'm gonna ruin your guys' lives in Mortal Kombat because I'm sick of losing.
That's
what we did.
That's fair.
And then then Logan's like, "We want to play something else." I'm like, "Yeah, actually, I do." I've been really itching to play Halo. And he's like, "Oh, I don't have it installed." I'm like, "What do you mean? Doesn't it just come pre-installed on every Xbox?
Isn't it like the browser?
Like, shouldn't you go to delete Halo and it goes no?"
Yeah.
I was so disappointed.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, whatever.
That's funny though.
Yeah.
I think the only one I have on it's on my one. I have Halo 5. But
right. I've never played Halo 5.
I don't know if I have any Halos installed on my 360 anymore. I couldn't even tell you.
I mean, I'm looking at my games I have over here.
Yeah.
I don't know where my Halo Reach is, which is kind of disappointing.
Right.
But I have Halo 4 over there, which is like, it's okay.
Yeah.
I thought 4 was kind of a bummer of a Halo, but I've been, like I said, dude, I've been itching to play it for some reason.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Dude, I bet you I gave my Reach to Leah so her and her brother could play.
Yeah, probably.
That makes sense.
Yeah. You definitely didn't give it to me.
Right.
I know that. I had it on 360 because I believe it was like one of their games with gold one month, or it was on discount and it was something like that. I know I didn't pay much for it, but I don't know if I still have it installed, because you have so much space. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And obviously I didn't play Halo a ton. So it's very likely some point I was like, I need space, and, got rid of it.
See ya.
Yep.
Yeah, like I'm deleting Call of Duty off my PlayStation too.
Yeah, I was thinking about that yesterday. I was looking at.
I don't play it anymore, and I just heard that they stopped updating Modern Warfare. It's all about Cold War and Warzone now.
They stopped updating. Wow, already?
Yeah,
Jeez.
they're just focusing on Cold War now. It's like I don't care about Cold War. I don't own it. I'm not going to buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm with you. So, well, that's good because that'll free up some space for me. So if I did want to get Skyrim, I'd have some room.
Ever hear a hard drive sigh in relief?
Oh, seriously, I bet.
Yeah, you should get Skyrim, dude. It's on sale till early March is when that sale stops.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, $15.99 is about as cheap as I've ever seen it. So.
Yeah, that's pretty cheap, and I mean, then you can start beating off the Skyrim like everybody else has been doing.
Yeah, like in such a timely manner too. Only like 10 years after it came out.
Well, the cool thing is because you'll have it on a next gen system, you can do stupid mods in there if you want.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Although you don't get achievements if you use mods.
Right.
Yeah.
Man.
So you want to have a lightsaber? You can do that. You want to have Macho Man dragons? You can do that.
I mean, who doesn't?
Because it's mind-boggling to you, yeah.
Damn right.
You want to hear?
Oh yeah.
Get hit by a fireball?
No, no. I don't.
Just saying.
I don't think that's the goal there. I think your goal is to not get hit by the fireball.
I mean, do you want to hear? Get hit by dragon jizz?
No.
No. These are not the mods for you then.
Like, oh, those aren't even the mods. That's just the game.
Yeah, it's just straight up Skyrim.
Guess maybe you shouldn't buy it then. It's pretty.
I guess it's not your game.
Yeah.
Man.
Excuse me.
So since we're talking about games and stuff, I pull this up on my phone too. Frickin' BlizzCon happened, right? Which I mean, I think they made some Diablo announcements, Diablo 4 and stuff.
They definitely made an announcement about they're doing a remaster of Diablo 2 that's coming out this year.
Oh, very nice.
But it's not like a remake; it's just a remaster. So it's basically still going to be jank old graphics. But you
Good
can,
old jank old graphics.
yeah, but you can play it on anything from like the PlayStation 4, Xbox One era, to now.
Right.
From what I read, and I was like, if it's cheap, I might grab it, but I'm not paying. I can't even see myself paying $30 for it.
Right.
Like $20 maybe, but I don't know because I played it enough back in the day.
Yeah, fair enough. But did you hear what happened? Like Metallica put on a
Yeah.
performance for BlizzCon.
Right.
Did you hear what happened
Yes.
to them?
Right.
Did you watch any of the videos?
I saw the one from Twitch's stream because that's where this happened. Was from Twitch's direct stream initially.
Yes.
Like if you
So-
watched BlizzCon's or Blizzard's stream, it didn't happen on there.
It was fine.
Right.
So Twitch, because of there's been a lot of Twitch streamers that have been getting it's what I'm looking for, copyright infringed
Yeah.
and like having their streams removed because they're using copyrighted music and shit.
Right.
So Twitch's own stream, and this is royalty free music, so we can play it.
Right.
Twitch's own stream while Metallica was played oh, come on, phone. What are you doing?
Being a jerk.
Oh, I know, right? There you go. This is for whom. That's fucking Metallica jamming For Whom the Bell Tolls, in case you guys are wondering.
Right.
I mean, what the fuck, Twitch?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can understand it because they were afraid of getting the DMCA or whatever it's called, takedowns.
Yeah.
But I laughed really hard at it because, when I first saw it and they were like, Twitch, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, but you could still, through the Twitch platform, you still could watch the performance on Blizzard's site,
Yes.
so, but on the main feed for Twitch, it was on there, but it had that music instead.
I just love how they switched to some just whack royalty-free music.
Right.
It's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yep. Good stuff.
Oh man, crazy.
Yeah. Because I read a column about it that was like, odds are Metallica's label wouldn't have filed one of those if Twitch did that because that was where BlizzCon was basically being consumed was, through Twitch. So they were kind of like a partner in it, so. But it was like, Twitch basically didn't look into it ahead of time to find out if it would happen. So they just played safe.
I just think it's so funny.
Yeah, it was pretty
Ding,
funny.
ding, ding, ding. I mean, I've heard Metallica rock out before, but damn.
Yeah. That it's funny because it reminds me of like when they were on the Tonight Show one time. And they do this thing on the Tonight Show sometimes where it's they give everybody like kid instruments.
Yeah.
Or whatever to play, and they'll still do whatever song they were doing. And Metallica did that the one night. So it's like the Roots, because the Roots is the house band for the Tonight Show.
Right.
Right? So it's the Roots, and then Metallica and Jimmy Fallon all playing like little kid instruments. Wow.
That's amazing.
I don't remember what song it was, but it was from Hardwired. It was probably just Hardwired,
Yeah. That is like the flagship song on that album.
Right. So, and it was, but it was it was a really cool watch. It was a fun thing to do, especially seeing them playing on these little tiny kids instruments.
I mean, that's pretty awesome. I might have to look that up.
Yeah, it was fun. I've seen some other ones that were pretty good too. Pretty much any of them I've seen have been interesting because, it's not just simply, oh, here's a drum, here's a this. There had to clearly be some thought put into arranging it so that it would sound right,
Right.
But it was a fun listen.
Ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Ding 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 ding.
Hey.
It would be really funny if Metallica put out a version that sounded like that, but of For Whom the Bell Tolls, with Hetfield's vocals over the top of it.
I mean, that would be great. It's like dun 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 ding ding ding
Yeah.
ding 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 ding. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Awesome. Yeah.
Wow. hilarious.
I
You
do
know
too.
what is the worst, Brian?
Hmm.
Fucking websites that go, oh, I'm sorry, you're using an ad blocker.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to see this news
Yeah.
story.
Do you know my favorite ones that do that are ones that are owned by companies that are making loads of money?
Yes.
And they were like, "This is how we afford to this." And it's like, no, it isn't. It reminds me of back when Podcast One was like the podcast thing for a bunch of celebrity podcasts, like, or wrestling podcasts. You know, every time I'm listening to JR's podcast, it's like, you know, this podcast is, you know, it's free because of the great people over at Podcast One. Brr, brr, brr. And it's like, yeah, there's like 90 commercials in it. That's why it's free. You
Right.
know? And it's like, and also it was always the whole time I'm just like, we do a free podcast. It's like, if we can afford to do it, somebody who's made a buttload of money in the wrestling industry also could, you know?
You would
like,
think, right?
and they'll have an easier time getting picked up by a network or this or that because they are someone, you know? We're just two schlubs. This is a person who has name recognition.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we do too.
Yeah.
Hey, asshole.
Yeah.
Huh?
So, yeah. But I know. I'm with you. I hate those ones that
Bro,
have that
your ad blocker's like really killing my vibe,
bumming
man.
us out. Yeah.
No, I just have a little news story that I mean, it has a special place in my heart, kind of.
All right.
And it's something that I think we may have talked about during a beer fest, possibly. This happened some Middleburg Heights, Ohio. This is from Cleveland.com, so I'm assuming it's in the Cleveland area.
Okay.
Police went to the scene of a rollover crash, 9 a.m., February 13th.
Right.
Caller said the driver of the car was now at her home. Police found the car inside across from the caller's yard. Motorist, who declined medical attention, told police she was the only one in the car. She was driving home from work, heading to Eastland Era. She said she works in a restaurant as part of an opening for a brewery in Willoughby. She told an officer she did not consume alcoholic beverages, but she did sample beers for her work and her customers. And, of course, the officer's like, yeah, eyes a bloodshot.
Yeah.
Blow into this. You drunk.
Yeah.
But according to this lady,
Jesus.
doing samples is not drinking,
Sure.
which it sums up every beer fest
Right,
I've ever been
yeah.
to. Dude, I'm just sampling.
Yeah. God. Yeah, sure, I've had 23 ounce samples across the day, but, you know.
Whatever.
I'm
It's still
fine.
just samples, bro. Sure,
Samples.
they're all 12% ABV.
Right, yeah. Right. Jeez. Oh, man.
I love that. I didn't drink, but I did sample.
Right.
That's the greatest thing ever.
Like, lady, enough samples, you're over the legal limit. It doesn't matter.
Jesus Christ, woman. About to sample my boot in your ass. Oh, it should crack me up when I saw that
Oh,
headline.
man. Seriously.
Officer, I swear I wasn't drinking, but I was sampling some beers.
We have to use that, you know, for anybody out there. You know, if you catch a Dewey somewhere, you know, you know, pull that
Yeah, but I was
that one out.
sampling.
I was
Yeah,
just
I'm sure
sampling.
that'll work.
Yeah. Totally.
Definitely gonna work.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, no,
Carry on.
yeah, please. Oh,
Yeah, this shit cracked me up.
yeah.
Like I said, I swear we've had some sort of conversation like that at Beer Fest before.
Yeah.
You know, it's like saying, you know, I'm a craft beer enthusiast. I'm not a drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
So I tell people at work when they find out how many untapped check-ins I have.
Right.
Like, yeah, it's not just a hobby. It's a lifestyle.
Right. Sounds about right.
Shit. But that's like all the random bullshit. I mean, I guess I do have one more thing.
All right.
Fucking Daft Punk, man.
Yeah.
They broke up.
Yeah.
28 years of robot fuck noises, and they broke up.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up with that?
I guess maybe they realized that they had created all the robot fuck noises you can make.
I guess,
And
right?
They're done.
I mean, you know, one more time, right?
Yeah.
No, maybe.
No, probably not. One
No.
more match. One more match.
Exactly, right?
Probably not. I just, you know what I think is interesting is how many groups will announce like a breakup and then eventually they get back together or whatever. And it's just kind of a funny thing that I almost just feel like you really should just go with the hiatus thing. You know, unless
I'm sure
there's
they'll probably
like
get back together.
unless there's really bad blood between them or something. You know.
I mean, maybe. I haven't actually read any news
I
articles
haven't.
about it.
I read something earlier today. It said their publicist did not release why. They confirmed that they broke up, but not why. So yeah. So who knows? Maybe we'll see him at WrestleMania or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Cage match.
Just start hearing like the intro for Faster, Stronger, or whatever. Start playing.
Like Daft versus Punk. Yep.
Oh shit!
Yep.
Battle of the Ages.
In a cage.
In the cage. It'd be like T800 versus another T800, I guess.
I guess I don't. Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Right. I don't either.
You know, future robot fighting.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Wait, we can do this on Comedy Central. Fucking BattleBots. Yeah.
All right, I'm in. I like this plan.
I don't know if Comedy Central still even does that.
Some does because they brought BattleBots back recently, like within the last year or two, I think it was.
You know, when eventually the robot overlords take over, they're going to be like, "Look, they were pit fighting us."
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just going to make us do it.
Yeah, exactly. Battle. And next up on Battle Humans.
These two schleps that we've taped saws to.
Taped. Poorly taped.
Poorly taped, of course. That's the only way. Yeah. They have the technology to do more. They just don't have the want.
They just don't. Really. Yeah. Fuck these humans.
Just tape a couple sharp objects to them and throw them. What happens? Oh,
yeah, man. These weird meat balloons.
Yep. Exactly. As it should be.
As it should be. Man, it looks like I got to take care of all these cans I got going on in here.
Yeah.
It's like by the time I'm done podcasting, I just look at my empty and I go, I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then I come up with the podcast again. I'm like, oh, the empty seltzer cans I have. It's starting to look like a recycle plant up here.
Nice. As long as it doesn't smell like one.
No, it definitely. Oh God, that's probably one of the worst smells ever.
That was so terrible.
Oh my God! Like you walk in the Kroger lobby in the summertime when all those animals in there trying to recycle their goddamn cans.
Yep.
Oh Jesus!
I was
Christ.
just thinking back to when we had the shop and we used to just take pop cans in there to recycle them, and you know the guy would always be like,
God, that was vile.
Dump them in that hopper," and I'm like,
yeah.
It was so gross.
Could you imagine smelling that shit every day?
Oh man, I'm sure after a while you just don't anymore. You know.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you could use it after.
But still, oof. Either that or maybe you wear one of those like old timey doctor masks, you know, like with the big long nose.
Oh yeah, the plague doctor mask.
Yeah, where you put the scented stuff in the nose part of it, so you don't have to smell the plague.
Yeah, like a Cinnabon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's the move.
But a Cinnabon in there, and then all the bees attack.
Yeah, not the bees.
Not the bees.
What a mess.
What a mess.
All right, well, I guess you want to do some Q of the W?
Yeah, let's do that, Brian.
Okay.
Man, I'm ready to fucking pass out, bro.
Nah, you're fine.
Had some weird dreams. Again,
yeah, you're fine.
Not like weird snoring dog dreams, just.
Well, that's maybe good. I don't know.
I had a dream where like Logan got turned into some sort of weird mouse. He was trapped in his electronic, and I had to like take it apart to get him out. You know, and then I had another one where I was running through a city and I was being hunted by a helicopter and it just kept like machine gunning things around me.
Nice.
It was fucked up.
Sounds like I was probably on the helicopter. Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
You've seen my gun work in a helicopter.
That's true. Yeah. Well, no, if you're in a helicopter, you'd be like sideways into a light.
No,
post.
that's only if I'm piloting. I'm on the gun.
Oh,
so I'm good on the gun.
I got you.
Remember we did that one Call of Duty mission where I was up in the chopper and you were running around on the ground. I was icing things left and right for you.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm fine doing that. Just don't ask me to pilot the damn thing.
Yeah, no, God, no.
You might as well just jump out right then.
Yeah, just nosedive it right into the freaking cliff.
Yep.
So last week we asked you, your pet has hired a human sitter. What are some of the instructions on how to care for you? Good old Monica. She says, just bring donuts, tea, and have a cozy blanket available, and I'll not move for 8 hours plus except to use the washroom.
That makes sense.
That does make sense,
Sounds fine to me. I mean, you can keep the tea, but I'll take the donuts.
right? And the cozy blanket, please. I love a good cozy
I
blanket.
don't really need that, but I mean, if you're offering it, I'll probably take it.
I will cocoon in it. Emerge a beautiful butterfly.
Right.
Valerie, she says requires plenty of snacks, but definitely doesn't like to share them. Otherwise, just let her be crazy and feral. That's basically her go-to.
All right.
There you go.
Understandable. Yeah.
That's what you have on the face page. Let's switch to the Instagrams where we got a little let down is what we got.
Oh, dang. Tony's
I'm
not
sad,
mad.
guys.
Not mad. Just disappointed.
Just disappointed.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got from Cheeto. He says instructions for the human sitter. Leave him the fuck alone. He's fine. He's probably going to take a nap anyway. So there you go.
That's pretty legit.
I mean, I would think just put him in his game room and you're probably fine. You know.
Yeah, for sure, right?
He's probably already got a pee corner picked out. He's, maybe a bowl of water or something in there just in case.
Yeah. Don't put the bowl of water in pea corner.
No, that's a bad move right there. Cause,
we made that mistake once.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. You definitely got to find out which corner is the pea corner first.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the pro move.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, there you go. That's what I got.
Man, I'm a little let down this week, I'll be honest.
All right. It's fine.
I mean, I don't have it on my soundboard, but you make me sad.
All right. Well, I have 11 for you to pick from here.
Horse shit!
Also that. Now the page
I
is
think I
going to...
know what
Oh,
happens.
come on. What is
There's also
going
this.
on?
Oh, Brian, you're frozen. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Can you hear me at least? I'm going to guess no. What is going on with my damn internet?
Brian.
All right. Well, we're back, even if you didn't notice that we weren't here.
Do it live!
Yeah.
Goddamn right, we'll do it live.
Had a little hiccup there, apparently. All right. So I was saying we have 1 through 11 for you to pick from.
Let's go 11.
All right.
I like the double ones.
Double guns?
Double guns.
All right. What items would you find in an inconvenience store?
An inconvenience store.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Only left-hand gloves. Trying to think what else is super inconvenient.
Large stacks of coupons.
Yes, giant stacks of coupons. Belts with no belt holes.
No. They have belt holes, but they're spaced out really far.
Yes.
That way it's either way too loose or way too tight on you.
Shoelaces are just too short.
Just a hair short, though.
Yeah.
Just a hair short.
Like it looks like when you're threading them through, like this is gonna be sick, and then you realize that they're way too short.
You're like, these need to be like 2 inches longer. I can't even, like, they won't even, you can't even have them sticking out the sides and look like you did it on purpose.
Yeah.
You know?
like jeans that, are way too tight in the crotch, so you get the old moose knuckle.
But very loose everywhere else.
Yeah, super baggy everywhere else, but you got the old ball splitter going. Yeah, these all sound pretty inconvenient.
This sounds like a line of products for the, was it Assholes and Sundry store or whatever you called it?
Yeah, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like an air freshener, those little trees, but just smells like a smoky cigarette car.
That would actually be a fun gift to give somebody,
Yeah, I'm sure it exists, actually.
Yeah, it probably does. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Mechanical pencils that all the leads just like that little nub that you just can't write with because you can't get the little grippy grip on
That'd
it.
be annoying.
So you go to write and it just pushes into the pencil.
Laxatives that make you drowsy. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to do: fall asleep and shit your pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like stain sheets?
Boy, do we have a product for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right. That's good fun.
You know,
I like
milk
this.
that expires tomorrow.
Right?
Yeah, naturally.
Only sold in gallons, though.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Loaves of bread with all heels.
You know there's someone out there that's like,
Oh, someone's like, fuck
Cool.
yeah.
yeah, you know? Like, I mean, you know, I guess maybe if you're like making like stuffing or not dressing, whichever, or
Enemies.
enemies. Yeah. Can you imagine though? Fucking loaf of bread, nothing but heels. Oh, I'd be so mad.
I would be. I'd open up and be like, what the fuck? Oh, you went to the inconvenience store, you stupid bitch.
Yeah. This milk's no
This
good.
is how domestic abuse happens.
Yeah. This milk's no good and this bread's all heels.
What the fuck? This apple's 99% bruised.
Oh, God. Ugh.
You open up the peanut butter and it's already got like that spoonful taken out of the top.
Yeah.
Damn it, that's my favorite part.
Right. You open up the jar of peanut butter and it's just peanut oil that, like, on the
Oh,
natural
God,
peanut
that's
butter
vile.
that just sits on the top. Yeah.
Like all the cereal boxes, everyone takes the bag out and then shoves it back in the box.
Right.
It's all bulging.
Right. And there's no prize, of course. Yeah.
Oh, of course not. There's no
Yeah.
price. Yeah.
They don't tell you that on the box, but
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep.
The only prize you get is your pancreas shutting down.
right. Beer that's already gone flat.
Amen.
Like, nah.
Yeah. You know, there you go. It's pretty inconvenient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bread and the milk, I think, are my favorite ones because they're just, you
It's
know,
just like shit.
yeah.
Yeah. That's just off the top of my head.
Right. All right. Well, there you go. Hopefully, we'll get some better ones this week because I think that's a good, fun question.
So yeah, so like, you know, what would you find at an inconvenience store?
Yep.
Show me what you got.
Or else,
Yeah, exactly.
I guess. I don't know.
Domestic abuse, because
Yeah.
all heels.
Well, we definitely don't want that. Yeah. You got to have
If
some
you
faces.
serve me up a loaf of bread of all heels, it's going to turn into all palm strikes.
Oh, man.
What?
You ain't kidding, right? Like, you go to somebody's house and they're like, hey, you want a grilled cheese? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I want a grilled cheese. And they're like, oh, all I have is heels. I'm like, well, I guess I'm not eating grilled cheese then. And you just
Yeah.
100 hand slap them like your E-Honda, you know?
Fuck yeah. Or they try to put the heels inside, maybe you
oh,
won't notice.
no, I ain't falling
That's
for
some
that.
shady shit right there. You
Mm-mm.
can't fool me.
No. Damn right.
You know, when it comes to a good grilled cheese, I'm like that, like cokehead that like splits it open with a pocket knife and then licks the knife. You know,
Yeah.
like this is all heels.
This isn't pure. Yeah.
Exactly.
Who the fuck you think I am? Flip the plate over. And they're like, you know, and you're just like, and this milk smells weird.
Yeah, why does this milk smell like not quite cheese?
Oh my.
It's gotta be my new dairy brand, not quite cheese.
Yeah. Then it's just not quite.
Yeah,
That's the whole
somewhere in
line.
between.
Yeah. Not quite milk, not quite cheese, not quite bread.
Yes. Yeah, it's not quite meat.
Yeah.
But what is it then? I don't get it.
This sounds terrible.
It sounds like an awful brand.
Oh,
Not
man.
quite brand.
Right? Not quite. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like KWITE probably, you know,
Oh yeah.
'Cause-
Sure.
case,
Try to be
you know,
cutesy and fun.
well, in the case, you know, we know that K always stands for quality. So
You know what? You're right, Brian.
Yep.
How could I forget?
it's the way it used to be at the grocery stores back when store brands were just the worst named products.
Oh yeah.
Versus now where all the stores and everything have like these attractive looking packages for store brands most of the time now. So
My favorite's Kroger's. Private selection.
yeah.
It's like in black packaging with
Right.
a nice font.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
oh, this looks exclusive.
right? Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're eating pig asshole.
Yeah, well, I mean that you were buying pig asshole though. I mean it was private
true.
selection.
I'm just gonna get the fancy shit.
Yeah. they wash theirs. That's the only difference.
Yes, exactly. These pigs have bidets.
Yeah. Ooh. Fancy
Oh,
pigs.
fancy.
Fancy.
Yeah, that must be a bidet. That must be French. People just don't. It's just a water fountain for your ass.
Yeah. I hate when it won't stop drinking.
It's crazy. Like, wait, what? What'd you say?
Here, have some milk.
Have some not quite milk.
Right. Have some milk and a not quite cheese sandwich. On heels only.
On heels only.
Oh, God.
It's fucking terrible.
There's got to be somebody out there, though, that would be like, oh, man, I love the heel of the bread.
Oh,
you know?
I mean, I don't mind it. I always took the hit, but if I have my druthers, I want a center slice, you know?
Mhm.
It's like the tenderloin of the bread.
Right. Yeah. It's not like meatloaf where you want the edges because it's got that nice crust on it.
That crispy, crunchy edge.
Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah, the ends of the loaf of bread is like, it's like peasant food, basically.
Yeah, yeah. That's one of those where, like, most of the time it's like, I remember growing up that I was always like, if you're in a, like, man, I need a sandwich, and you're like, there's only one regular piece and a heel left. Like, all right.
I guess I'm having half a sandwich.
Yeah. Somebody comes in, you got like a tortilla and one piece of bread together.
I'm having an open face sandwich.
Yeah, open face peanut butter and jelly. Yep. Use a knife and fork in it.
That was always the most disappointing. You grab like the bag with the loaf of bread, and it's like thin and weird. You're like, oh no.
Yeah.
You just look in and there's just two heels. It's like, God damn it.
Yeah, because it's like, at least if one is a regular piece, it's like, well,
Like, I guess I can make this work.
I'll
swallow my pride.
Right, but when they're both heels, it's like, oh, come on.
Yeah, I know, right?
You're killing me.
Two heels.
Guess I'm not having a sandwich. Like,
Yeah, exactly. It looks like I'm just eating meat.
yeah. You just spooning peanut butter and jelly,
Yep. I mean, I'm not going to say I have never done that.
Just alternating. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What a bummer.
Yep. Wash it down with some not quite milk. Yep.
Mm.
Delicious.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep. Not quite milk looks like if you took like skim milk and watered it down.
It's. I was thinking it was almost milk, not quite cheese.
Oh yeah, well that could work too.
So it's like if you took skim milk and just threw a big old scoop of cottage cheese in it.
Oh. You want a glass of milk? Sure. You want a glass of milk? Sure. Pulp or no pulp?
Like, wait, what?
Like, where I'm from, milk doesn't have pulp. All right, fine.
Like, whatever, dude. I'll get the strainer.
You're missing out. They just put like a spoonful of it on top, like it's supposed to be like whipped cream. It just sinks immediately.
They just keep it in one of those pitchers. Like, you remember the Kool-Aid pitchers? They had like the little, like it had like a gate, and one of them was wide open.
Yes.
And I never knew what the little gate was for. I'm like, what am I expecting sediment in my Kool-Aid jug here?
I think it's supposed to be if you put ice in, like
I guess that makes sense.
like iced tea or something in it. Yeah.
I mean, I was a child and I was probably on the spectrum, so
I
didn't know what I was doing.
I like your thought process better. Like there might be like fucking rocks and twigs.
Yeah, like what is this? Yeah.
Like your mom's, just scooping up water from a puddle in the driveway.
Yeah, for sure. Just catching water coming out of the downspout.
Yep.
Gonna have leaves and little helicopters in it and shit. This is gonna make some good ass Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Man, some really good Kool-Aid. What'd you put in this? You're at someone else's house, like sugar, Kool-Aid packet, water. Like, it's missing something.
Like, gutter debris. Hanging that bird feather in there.
That's good eating.
That's good eating.
Or drinking, I guess. So.
Or whatever. Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a fun rundown. I don't know what that was. Crazy Avenue. I don't know.
Yeah, the Electric Avenue.
Probably not the Electric Avenue. No, that feels more like it was steam powered.
Oh, fair enough. That's a terrible song. Gonna rock onto Steam Avenue.
Well, I guess if you're doing that, you'd have to start making it like video game related. You know, because of Steam. That's
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't think
yeah.
Steam has been relevant basically since, like, Sledgehammer by Peter Gabriel, until Steam on
Right.
computers.
I think you're correct,
Yeah.
yes.
Because that's why it was funny when that show was called Modern Marvels and it said Steam, and I'm like,
Yeah, like, is it though?
is it really? And then, yeah, Jay Leno actually explains where Steam is still being used on some stuff. So,
Hmm.
it's like, all
Yeah,
right,
fair enough.
all right. If Jay Leno says it's true.
Fair enough.
Yep. All right.
Uh,
Well, there you go. I think that's a show and whatever. So head on over to saltylanguage.com, click all the links, check out the past episodes, click the link to our network.
oh, you mean this network, Brian? Oh, shit, I lost it. There it is.
Danger! Watch your back! Danger!
Change
Is that
Bound
true?
Entertainment.
I really miss that being a,
Yeah,
viable drop.
right. You know what you also miss? Mark.
What?
Mark
Oh,
over
I
at
mean,
Tangent.
yes. You are correct. I do miss Mark.
Yep. The Tangent
Sigh.
So yeah, go check out the other shows on the Tangent Bound Network. And yeah, if you want to reach out to us on the socials, you can find the show at wow, I almost said Dynamic Duo. Jeez.
Holy shit, Brian.
Boy, I'm a mess. You can find us on Twitter at salty_language. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Stunami.
You can find me Twitter at Monotony. Instagram is The Monotony. And, of course, we are also Salty Language on TikTok, although I haven't really put up anything in a little bit.
Come on, what are you doing?
I've been busy.
You're
I've
ruining.
been busy.
You're ruining our influencing.
But actually, I got a good one I've been working on, so
All right,
hopefully I'll get it up tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah.
You better.
I'm trying, man.
Otherwise,
I'm trying.
we're never going to get that Manscaped contract
God damn it.
or Bang Energy.
I mean, God. Have you ever tried one of those?
No.
Do you like shit in your mouth?
I don't, surprisingly
All right,
enough.
man.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Yeah. I figured
Yeah,
that might be the case, and that's why they had so many, attractive ladies on Instagram promote it.
Yeah, it's
I feel like we need to start doing that. Like whenever we do a selfie or something, is make sure there's some brand in the picture.
that
on
would be
purpose.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe we can get a contract that way.
that would be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
All right. So there you go. There's all our socials, or they're over at saltylanguage.com if you need to find the links or something like that. So there you go. Check out my other podcast, The Crazy Life, or don't be a jerk. That's fine too. Where we talk about mental health and just general wellness and what have you. Yeah, I guess that's all. So until next week, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Stay not quite salty.
Not quite salty? Yeah.
Not
Good
quite
call.
salty.
Good call.
Yes.
And man, I don't know. I don't really have much for this week, do I? Can we go?
I don't know. Do you?
Mortal Kombat. I got nothing. So
Oh, jeez, Brian, you kill me.
sorry.
It's all right.
Fatality.
I mean, you could have thrown in a classic toasty.
Well, you just said I killed you, and so I said fatality. So
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
All right.
fuck.
I see
See,
what you're
see,
doing.
I didn't even go friendship. I went right to fatality.
That's true.
'Cause
All
I know
good call.
if you ended things between us with the friendship one, I'd come back and kill you. So
I mean, that's fair.
yeah, there's only one way our friendship can ever end, Tony. Murder suicide. No,
As like the pack says.
right. I kid. That's terrible. I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, yeah,
It's funny. It's all right.
we'll talk to you people next week.